Hey guys, welcome to Rebuild Your Foundation, a foot awareness practice. I'm Jo Luzzi and this is Yoga Precision. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to continue to share about foot health with you, as it's a real passion of mine, and it's really where the true full health of the body begins, at our foundation. So if this is something you're really needing to learn more about, or to learn about how to really release some of that pain and tension in your feet, this is the practice for you. So I want you to sit any way you'd like to begin. I'm sitting on a block, but you don't have to do that. You could sit like this, you could sit on a chair, you can sit with your legs crossed in front of you, doesn't matter, okay? Just take a seat and close your eyes. And we're going to start with just a few moments of stillness. Now, as you close your eyes, let it be an invitation to turn your attention within and begin to feel your foundation. Let your awareness drop all the way down your body into your feet. Maybe the soles of the feet are touching the floor if you're sitting on a chair. Maybe the tops of the feet, the sides of the ankles, whatever it is, just feel the part of your foot that is in contact with the floor. And let it ground your attention there. Let yourself slow down enough that you can actually really concentrate and feel your feet on the earth. And as you're doing this, just find a soft breath. A slow, relaxed breath. Feel tension softening. And a sense of grounding. Taking your awareness out of your head, right out of the thinking mode, and coming down into your body, into your feet specifically. Okay, now slowly let your eyes open. Now, first thing we're going to do is come up to stand. And I'd like you to have a couple of blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, that's fine. You can always just practice without. And you can get a rolled up towel for when we need the block between the inner thighs. And then another option, if you have it, I did send a link or put a link in a previous video, I'll do it again in this one, is to have this cork, this round shape cork piece, which is great for footwork, okay? So again, these are all optional. I'll give you options without them as well. So we're going to come up to stand. And you're going to take your block and put it between your inner thighs, or maybe a rolled up towel, anything you can find, okay? Now the first thing I want you to do is look down at your feet and check that they are parallel to each other. So when it comes to foot health, there's many things that are important, but foot placement is extremely important. So parallel means we can draw a line from the middle of each ankle down to the second toes. So for most of us, when we start learning really what parallel is, it feels like we're almost too pigeon-toed because we're not used to it. Usually the feet perpetually turn out, which affects everything above. We'll talk about all of that later on, but for now, just really tuning in to parallel. So every chance you get today, I want you to look down at your feet, study your feet, get to know them, get to know how you stand on your feet so you can begin to make some changes. Now, once we've got parallel, then we're going to start to spread out the toes. So first way to do that is to just lift the toes up And then once you've lifted your toes up, then you're just going to do your very best to spread them wide as if you're spreading your fingers. And then begin to press the big toes and the little toes down whilst keeping all the rest of the toes spread. Now, again, I'm aware this is difficult. So what we're not looking for is perfection. We're looking for effort. We're looking for you just doing the best you can and little baby steps of improvement over time, okay? So now you're spreading your toes. Next is the four corners of the feet. So look down while you're doing this. Big toe mounds go first. Pressing the big toe mounds, maybe even the big toes as well. Now go back to the inner heels. Press the big toe mounds and the inner heels down. Feel that connection to the earth through the inner edges of your feet. Then, keeping that, now go diagonally to your pinky toes, pinky toe mounds. Spread out those little pinky toes and then go back to the outer heels. Now look down at your feet, and what you're looking for here is that the weight is evenly distributed and that your inner arches are lifting up rather than collapsing. That's a big one that I see a lot, is the inner arches collapse, the inner ankles collapse. Now to change that, we've got to get more weight to the pinky toe mounds and the outer heels. Now stand up and just look forward. Keep feeling, trusting yourself to feel that the weight is evenly spread through your feet, through the four corners. Just breathe into it. Keep all your attention there as you spread your toes, as you lift your arches. Start to notice what you're probably already doing naturally to that block. Without even trying, your legs are already starting to come to life and your core muscles are starting to wake up. Not because you're trying to do that with your core muscles, but because you're waking up your feet. Just give it another few breaths here, standing tall now. Go back through big toe mounds, inner heels, baby toe mounds, outer heels. Spread the toes, lift the arches like you're pulling energy from your arches up your legs. Full breath here, standing tall. Simple but powerful. All right, take the block out, give your feet a little shake. So if your feet got tired from that, you're on the right track, right? You're starting to work those intricate muscles in your feet that maybe you haven't before. So give them a little shake. Now we're going to tuck the toes and stretch the feet a little bit. So you've got options for this. The first one is to put your knees down and just tuck the toes under. If you think you can handle that with the knees, absolutely, that's a good way to go. Hugging your ankles in so that you're staying on the big toe mounds, okay? If that's a little too much, but you still are able to do it, then you're gonna have your blocks underneath your knees. And that's gonna make it a little bit easier on the feet, okay? So those are options for sitting on the heels. Now, if that's just not happening because of your knees, then you've got two options standing. The first one is with your little cork piece, and you're going to place the big toe mound on the mat and put the toes on the cork piece, and then lift up your heel and get a really great stretch in your toes here. Just be mindful not to roll to the pinky toe mound. Stay with the weight on the big toe mound and do your best to keep your big toe straight. I know some of us are dealing with bunions, so that means the big toe goes over a little bit to the side. So you just do your best to have it straight and then bend, okay? Now, one more option if you don't have this cork piece is to do it at the wall. So you just do the same thing, put the big toe mound on the floor, toes on the wall, and then lift up the heel. Okay, and then you just switch feet, obviously, and find your breath. So pick which one you're going to do. I'm going to go back down to sitting on my heels. And we'll just have a quiet moment together now, breathing. Breathing into the sensations in your feet, getting to know those sensations. Becoming more familiar with them so they're not so scary anymore. Right? It's just built up tension from years, right? Years of being on our feet. Stuff accumulates. And what I love about this practice is it gives us a way to release the stuck energy that has built up over time. Okay, so let's release the feet, shake them out, whichever one you're doing, and we're going to come back up to stand. Now let's go again a little faster with the block between the thighs again. So parallel feet. Big toe mounds pressing down, spread the toes, inner heels. Baby toe mounds, outer heels. Look down, just check them. Make sure they really are parallel and then stand tall and feel the difference. Just after you've stretched out your toes even a little bit, how much different it is now to stand. Pull the energy up from your arches. And now again, I'm not even telling you to squeeze the block. You're probably just already doing it on your own. That's the beauty of this. Okay, next one, put your block down and take the feet wide. Now, when we start changing the position of our feet, going wider, it can feel a little less stable. So you can always be by a wall or take a chair and just have the back of the chair here so you can navigate without feeling unstable. Okay, so now, next step is just wide. Wide and parallel, which is more challenging, right? So again, double check your feet are truly parallel, not turned out at all. I'd rather your feet be a little bit pigeon-toed right now than turned out too much, okay? Now spread the toes, hands on a chair or hands on the hips. Now let's go back through the four corners. So big toe mounds, big toes pressing down, inner heels. So inner edges of the feet first. Now go diagonally and reach out and get those little pinky toe mounds to go down. Now it's harder because your feet are wide, but that's the beauty of it because you've got to stretch even more. Then go to your outer heels. Feel your legs, feel up into your hips and just notice what you notice, right? In the legs and hips when you're aligning your feet. Pull the energy up from your arches, spread your toes. And again, if your feet are getting tired, that's a good thing. Mine are. My feet are aching right now because I'm really stretching and spreading them. Now, heel toe your feet back in carefully. Give them a little shake. Good. Okay, we're going to go back wide again. And we're going to change one more foot position. So remember, use your chair if that is what you need. Parallel feet, so get so precise that you don't need someone else watching you. You know that your feet are parallel. That's what I want you to have, is this confidence to guide yourself, okay? So big toe mounds, inner heels. Always inner edges first, then diagonally go to those pinky toe mounds. Reach out, press them down, stretch your feet. Stretch those pinky toes out to the side. Now go back to the outer heels. Breathe and feel the soles of the feet spread on the floor, so anchored that you're strong here, you're stable. Now, we're going to change the position of the feet again. So we're going to turn the left foot in slightly. Turn the right foot out by just going heel, toe, heel, toe. Now, the heel of the right foot should line up with the arch of the back foot. Okay? Your right toe should be straight forward. Your left foot is slightly turned in. Your pelvis is slightly turned to the right. But I want you to turn your torso back to face forward here. Okay, hands on the hips or the chair. Here we go. Big toe mounds first. Big toes. Inner heels, right? Presents a different feeling in the feet now because they're in a different position. And also going up into the hips. So now go pinky toes, pinky toe mounds, and outer heels. Just be careful and slow. Breathe. And do your best to evenly place the weight. You can always look down at your feet and check. All right, bend the knees carefully. Turn the right foot back in. Bring your feet back to parallel. And stand with the feet wide and parallel again. Take a breath, spreading the toes, the four corners of the feet evenly placed. Now right foot turns in, heel toe, left foot turns out. Now heel lines up with the middle of the right arch. Both legs are straight. Just don't lock your knees, right? Let's keep the knees soft, that's important. Turn your torso to face forward, but the hips are slightly turned to the left. Okay, now go back down to your feet in your mind and feel big toe mounds. Press them down, inner heels, both feet at the same time. Big toe mounds, inner heels. Now go baby toe mounds, outer heels. Different because the foot placement is different. Notice what you're noticing up the legs into the hips and breathe. Spreading the soles of your feet on the earth, anchoring you down so you feel more stable and strong. Lifting your arches. Now turn the left foot in. Parallel feet again. One last time, keep it wide. Spread the toes, press through the four corners. Big toe mounds, inner heels. Baby toe mounds, outer heels. Heel toe the feet back in. Let's stretch those toes out again. So pick the one you're doing, whether it's sitting on the heels, at the wall, on your cork piece, and take a few moments here to breathe. If you're doing one foot at a time, just make sure you do an equal amount. Remember, you can always pause the video and just spend a lot longer here. Hug your ankles in if your toes are tucked, and bring more weight to the big toe mounds, regardless of which one you're choosing. Good. Release the feet, give them a shake. Stand back up if you're sitting on your heels. Now, last thing, we're going to just explore balancing on one foot. So I want you to use 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't, just stand on the floor, okay? So we're going to place the blocks with the short ends on next to each other like this, and then we're going to stand on them with the left foot, okay? If you have books, you can also do that. Just make sure it's a flat, even surface. You don't want to be wobbling unnecessarily, okay? Also, being by a wall, using a chair, all of that is important because I don't want you to be struggling for balance right now. I want you to be more focused on alignment than trying to balance. Balance comes through alignment, not the other way around. All right, so left foot, here we go. Big toe mound, inner heel, baby toe mound, outer heel. Now, once the 4 corners of that foot are rooted, then stand on it. Spread the toes, lift the arch of your foot, and then float the other foot off the floor. Good. Now, breathing here, just leave the other leg hanging for now, and continuously focus on the 4 corners of the feet and the pulling up of the energy up through the leg and into the hip. And truly beginning to feel how it's all so connected. The feet literally wake up the entire body when we slow things down enough to be able to feel that. Couple more breaths here. Pulling the energy up, spreading the toes, navigating between those four corners. Come on down. Shake it out. Okay, let's do the other one. So stand on that foot, but before you stand, don't just go like this, right? Place big toe mound, inner heel, baby toe mound, outer heel. Spread the toes on the mat, or on the block, or the mat if you're just doing it on the floor, and then start to balance. Lift up the foot, and again, hold on to something and focus more on alignment. Let the balance come when it's ready. Big toe mounds, inner heel, baby toe mound, outer heel. So you go over that. Over and over, big toe mound, inner heel, baby toe mound, outer heel. Feel the connection from the foot up through the knee, up into the hip. The more the weight is placed well on that foot, the more the rest of the body is going to respond. Couple more breaths here. Bring it down slowly, shake it out. Great. All right, stand again, put your block back one more time between your inner thighs. Spread those toes, look down, check that you're really parallel. Big toe mounds, inner heels, baby toe mounds, outer heels. Lift the arches. Feel the feet rooting and grounding and strong. Legs firm. Now stretch your arms overhead. Take a nice big stretch from the feet all the way up the legs, up into the pelvis, up into the spine, and up through your fingertips. Now keep that length, but bring the arms down by your sides and breathe here. Grounded and strong. Thank you so much, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me for my weekly classes, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Namaste.